Hey guys!
What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Unity TV.
And here we're talking about faith, family, love, and wisdom.
Absolutely. You know, we have a very, very special guest with us this week, Mr. Marcus and Shontill McNabb. So if you guys can just tell them hello real quick.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, great people.
We're the McNabbs.
McNabb. These are the founders and the leaders of Sound Worship Center here in Lake Charles, Louisiana. We're so honored to have you guys here with us, man.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate y'all taking the invitation. And again, we're talking about the topic, is marriage a business?
Right.
We would love to get you guys insight on that. Hope y'all enjoyed the past 2 weeks that we had, and this one's going to be just as good.
Right.
So guys, stay tuned, listen in. They got a ton of wisdom, ton of knowledge, ton of leadership advice, so you guys just stay tuned with us. So
We're gonna jump right in it, right?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, do you guys feel marriage is a business? If so, elaborate.
That's kind of a yes and a no. So I don't know if this is a trick question or not.
Yeah.
But,
Trick question.
you know, the yes of it is a business is, you know, being that when you partner with somebody as in business, you don't necessarily do 50-50, you do 100% 100. So whatever you have to offer, you bring all of yourself, you bring everything you have to that business to make sure that the business run effectively. Because if you hire me and I only bring a portion of myself, then your business don't have the potential to run on all cylinders. So, you know, being that we're supposed to be whole before you get married, not get married to get whole.
Boy, that's true.
Yeah.
You know, you're supposed to be able to carry your own weight so that when you two get together, you can carry twice as more.
Well, what do you think, Shontill? Do you believe
Marriage
that
is a
marriage is
business.
a business?
Yeah, yes and no. I have two answers. Yes, what he said was awesome.
Right.
But
That's
I
why I
believe,
married her.
Yeah,
but there's certain aspects that, and I know that I don't believe that it's all the way 100% business, but I believe it has a business concept. The
Gotcha.
structure of it is business, but when it comes to intimacy and relationship, then that's a whole nother spectrum. But as far as the coming together and making it work and building your future and vision, it's basically a business, because basically you have a vision, you have a goal, and you're trying to get it done. It's in marriage and in business, so it's the same concept.
Right.
But I guess not business is that all we're here for is that. We have other components to it. So although we are treating most aspects as a business, but then we won't treat our love as a business.
Right.
Because with a business, you can walk away and don't care.
Right.
You know, because it's over. The vision is done. We've accomplished what we want to, or I just want to go get another business.
Right.
So, you know, I'm done with you. You know, I don't like, it's time, you know, my season is up. It's time for me to move on. You know, that kind of thing. So you can't treat it as, you know, as a contractual business.
Right.
I guess you just have to take some of the business ethics and then you can make it work.
What does partnership look like for your relationship?
My turn. First this time.
Yeah.
Oh, partnership. I think that that's a great question, but partnership, like we look at it in our, you know, in culture and society, we say that you bring half, I bring half, like you said, the 50-50 thing. But I believe a partnership is finding out which person specializes or does it better. And then allowing that person to lead in that area.
That's great. Yeah.
And then after you find that, once you find your strength, stay in your lane.
Yes.
And then you allow the other person to find their strength, and then you partner with that way. So if I know, for example, just real common, if I'm a better financial advisor, just because he's the man, that doesn't mean he take care of finances if he's horrible.
Exactly.
So we just find out who has the expertise in the relationship, and then you partner in that way by allowing one another to do what they do to make the business grow.
You have anything on that, Marcus?
I mean, not really, because I agree 100% with what she said. I mean, and the partnership is, we use it as a slogan, but I think some slogans, if we take out of the slogan category and put to application for life,
Yeah.
I think it'll work better than just saying it as a slogan and then doing something totally opposite.
Yeah.
So, you know, the slogan of teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah.
If we actually live by that, then we'll be able to sometimes we have a better life, a better marriage, better co-workers, better friends, better everything, because, you know, when you let teamwork make the dream work, then that means you can't do everything by yourself. Obviously, you have a team.
Right.
So the area that you're not strong in, like she said, you pass the ball and let somebody else do it. If the lane wide open, for people that know sports, if the lane is wide open and you're too short to dunk, you don't still go up there and try to do it because it's open. You pass the ball to somebody 6 feet or taller.
Right.
And let them get the free 2 points.
Right. No, that's good. You used to be a coach, you know?
Play no sport. No.
That boy had a great analogy. Yeah. I knew we had something in common, man. I didn't play anything either, but
I think I believe the principle too for partnership is submitting to one another, and that's biblical as well. But just submitting to one another, and when you submit to one another, you just want to get the goal accomplished. It's not about who does it or who gets it done or who has the most insight. It's about we're gonna accomplish it by any means necessary.
Because the person don't get the victory, the team gets the victory.
Yeah,
right.
that's good.
Right. So although we highlight how many, in the games, like you said, I'm gonna be a commentator
The
as well. The stats. You always say, okay, you were the team player, you got 20 points, but at the end of the day, the win goes to the team.
Right. This question kind of already answered itself. So, being the leaders and the head of the church, obviously Christ is the head of the church, but you guys are the leaders and founders of the church.
The local church.
Right. And I guess kind of answered already, but what exactly are you guys' role? Because y'all both teach and preach as well, right?
Right.
All right, so how do y'all go about, sharing sermons, or how do y'all go about doing it on Sunday?
Just like we just said, we team pastor.
Gotcha,
So,
okay.
we both pastor at the same time. Not to be sexist or anything, but I'm the head, and not saying that she's not the head. It's just that I don't want to say the wrong words, or I don't want to not put it right.
He's the domestic head.
Gotcha.
He's my husband.
Right.
In church, we're a team. We're team for Christ.
Okay.
So it's a different role. So
Exactly.
it's this is the main principle that we use. We have a domestic relationship at home. He's the head. I'm his wife, and that's how it works. He's the boss,
Gotcha.
and so we leave that at home.
Gotcha.
Then we slip into our business or ministry, and it changes because now we're team pastor and we're more of a business, we're more of a partnership.
Yeah.
So now Christ leads us, and we just move by the Spirit. So when it comes to who does what, again, we use the same principle. Who has it? Who has God spoken to? Who has the word? So we don't do a schedule or anything. It's like, okay, if God is giving you something, well, you should do it. If God is giving me something, I should do it. And it doesn't matter how many times God give me something 4 Sundays. I'm preaching 4 Sundays.
Right.
God give him something 8 Sundays. He's preaching 8 Sundays. And so in 6 years, we've just really adopted that basic concept, and we've never had conflict. Because again, we still use the humility and submission. Those 2 things make a business work.
Right.
Because you can carry that all over the place. You can't have a decent relationship anywhere if you're not willing to submit to someone else's ideas. Humble yourself to somebody else's call or somebody else's strengths without feeling intimidated. And I believe another thing why it won't work, a lot of times people, because I know it's a mystery, we just actually talked to another couple, and it was like, how do y'all do that? I mean, without staying in your lane, because we're not insecure. You can't be insecure. I know that what he bring, I need. He knows that I know that what I bring, he needs. So it's vice versa. We need one another. And so it's when he win, I have won.
Right.
When I win, he has won. So we have to keep it that way, because if you get egotistical and insecure and all in your feelings and everything is about you, and you have hidden agendas, that's really, we don't want to say that, but that's really the issue that's breaking the team apart.
Y'all strong as cologne. I like that. That is good, man. That is really, really good. Wow. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about marketing. So, the Bible talks about getting a light and putting it underneath the table. Most people, when you get a light, you want to let your light shine.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so how important is it in marriage to be a perfect example and make sure we market our business, our marriage, in a great light in today's society? What would y'all say? How important is that? 'Cause y'all have.
Now you go first.
It's extremely important because examples are made to follow. So if we have no clear-cut examples that's willing to be transparent, because I find that a lot too. As pastors, I think we're a little raw because we are totally 100% also open on everything. Which you know, so if you get to a certain dimension and you paint the picture that we just always in love and we just always, which we are, because you know we just that cool, but there are some times where we have to bring it down, you know, and be honest with people that it doesn't matter. It's you're gonna have those days, but they need a clear example of how do you work through real life.
Right,
Don't give me the cookie cutter, nice, you know, little house on the prairie. Tell me how to do life.
Exactly.
Tell me when it don't go your way, what you do for real, pastor. You know, when you don't feel like submitting, pastor, and you know what to do, but you still got to do what he want to do, what you do, pastor. You know, and so people need to know real answers. And so,
That's important because, like you said, if you don't market it to that point, if you don't show the transparency of it, when they do run into their own personal issues, well, my pastors never run through anything, so they're gonna be like, well, maybe there's something wrong with my marriage.
Right.
But if they say, you know, my pastor's transparent, they let us know, hey, this when they hit this wall, this is what they do. So now they're able to kind of work on theirs because you guys have in a sense market your marriage in a, again, y'all they're not, I would assume you guys are not bickering about problems to people.
Right.
Y'all are talking about, we have issues, but this is how we work on them.
right.
Right.
So I think that wow, that's awesome.
Because most issues that that couples have, life throw it at you. It's not you throwing at one another. Life happens, bills happen, stress happens, unfortunate situations happen, and I believe those things come in, and then we make it personal. Instead of dealing with the issue, we start dealing with each other. So we start up, for example, a couple, you know, with everybody went through financial problems. Every couple on the universe. So then we don't take it personal and start, you know, bickering amongst each other or getting aggravated with each other. We get aggravated at the bills, and then we come together and make that happen. So I think what we believe that we've created problems is because we allow outside things to come in and destroy our union.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so how did y'all meet, and how did you get your business or church started?
I noticed that.
You go.
How did you meet? Always.
How did we meet?
Well, we met, it was in Baton Rouge, 2005. And she was the store manager at a clothing store. And yeah, she was store manager at a clothing store. I went in on a couple of days before my birthday to get a birthday outfit, and it's history ever since.
And I had climbed on the ladder to get his jeans.
So I was gonna leave that out.
You must have given you a fire outfit, man.
He made myself for the day.
Well, the funny thing is, the outfit I bought from her, now mind you, I only had pants and a shirt. It was like $175. And no, that's not the kicker. The kicker is it got stolen. So I went back the next day or whatever, and I was like, man, somebody stole my clothes last night. If they try to come in and return it, man, give me a call, let me know, blah, blah, blah. And
Now she got your number.
So,
and somebody did, because he was at a church rehearsal, right? And they broke in his car and took his clothes. Actually, the next morning, somebody tried to return. I was like, wait, I just sold these clothes yesterday. So I was like, you have a receipt? So the guy was like, no. And I'm like, I'm in the store by myself. I'm like, well, so he gonna ask me, well, why you didn't give me my clothes? I said, you go get your own clothes. I said, I'm not in the fight with this man. My employees ain't came in yet. I was scared. Well, this my number. If he come back in there, you call me. I'm gonna get my clothes. I paid too. I said, well, you can come back all you want to. So what was so funny is that one incident turned into a 3-hour conversation.
right, and I haven't renewed a second job.
Right. And I happened to thought he was cute enough to hire him. And then I don't even know why he even started working next to a full-time job making good money. I think he just wanted to come close to me.
Yeah.
That was fine though. I was all for it. But he would he would get off and he would work. He had a real man's job, so he would get off about 5 and then come to work and ask me for a break. And so he would go down the mall and come back at about 6 o'clock. I'm like, oh, sir, what are you doing? So I'm like, you know what, this is not, you didn't come here for a job. This man came here for me. All right.
You got exactly what he wanted.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's how we met.
I can quit now.
And we really started off as a really, really good friends. You know, he was a really good friend to me. I was new to Baton Rouge, so I didn't know anybody. Really afraid. I had, you got that stranger danger when you move to a new place. So I was like, I don't trust nobody. You don't know my address. You're not getting my car. You know, that kind of stuff. And so our first date is the funniest thing. I had just the raggedest car you could ever think about driving, and I told him, I'm gonna pick you up because I want to be the driver for the movies. We're gonna go see the movies with friends, and so my car almost blew up at the gas station. So that was our first day. We stuck at the gas station till 4 something in the morning.
Wow. I give you some time to talk.
Right.
Well, no, he fell asleep.
I went to sleep.
How do y'all separate ministry from business and business from home life?
Honestly, I don't want to sound churchy, but we kind of don't. I don't know, it's kind of like a gumbo.
Indeed.
It flows together.
Exactly. It flows together, but at the same time, it's all separate. Because, in the gumbo, you might have shrimp, chicken, and sausage, but you don't pick all that up on the spoon.
Yeah.
Every bite has a different meat on it.
Yeah.
You gonna preach that this Sunday?
Oh, that's good. It's my turn too. All right.
That's awesome. Yeah. No, that's big time, man. Cause I guess ministry is a lifestyle for sure.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of times, I'm sure y'all heard this several times. Your life may be the only Jesus somebody may see.
Yeah.
So if you are churchy at church and they go home and like, man, you know what, we done with the church stuff. Let's go ahead and pop this and pop this bottle. Let's go ahead and do this. Like, wait a minute. Like somebody walking there, they judging your entire Jesus off of that.
And it's going to be very hard to play 4 different roles. You just have to be who you are. That's why it's important. Whatever you commit to just to be that.
Right.
And it's right, like you said, I was talking to 2 married couples yesterday. He was out of town. We normally go to dinner with some of our leaders. But I was telling him yesterday, I said the amazing thing about being in ministry, you have to be a sacrificial person. Because if you're not willing to make sacrifices, you're not willing to do ministry and business and move higher. I said I hadn't seen him in like 7 days, and we're okay because that's our lifestyle. Life calls him one place. It's his vision, our vision, and so we have to understand that without having an attitude. And so a lot of times we're not willing to make the sacrifice to make it all work because it really all intertwines. There's times when I'll be gone, for weeks and months, and in and out. It's our lifestyle, but we've committed to that sacrifice to make our vision work because we're building something bigger, sacrificing on the bottom end and for something larger.
Yeah.
And also because we place our relationships in proper place. Like
Right.
we know who does what in our life. And a lot of times there's a study that says you can a human only has the capacity to have up to 250 relationships mentally. So like sometimes we overload by having trying to have 2 of the same relationships occupy one space when it can't happen. Everybody has to have their own separate space, and everybody has to mean only what they mean to your life versus putting them in the wrong spot. And that's how we begin to clash and bicker and come up with arguments and stuff like that by having people in the wrong spot.
Hey, you do a lot of research, bro. That's good. Let me ask y'all. So, and because it was something you said about being who you are, having you split yourself up in so many different personalities. Oh, not person, that's schizophrenia, but split yourself in different type. But so I watch a lot of my favorite show is Criminal Minds, and they talked a lot about Well, this wasn't criminal minds. I think this was one of the trainers recently about basically like telling the truth, being who you are, being authentic. Because if you tell a lie once, you gotta keep up with that lie. So it's harder to even like. It's very, very hard to be a phony. Like you gotta work extra hard to be a phony than you want to be who you are. So I just wanted to say that. But last but not least, if you guys, and we enjoyed you guys a lot. We learned a lot for sure.
Enjoyed you guys.
Yeah, definitely. We have to come visit you guys too.
Absolutely.
I'm assuming y'all do a lot of worship. Y'all worshiping your name. I'm see what that's about. But
which is only 95% of the service.
Right. Yeah, that's a good
95.99.
I see y'all just had a, so I know Ribbons, actually, we're from the same town, hometown. We're from Jennings.
Okay.
So we know Ribbons, and then Josh Ape, well, she may not know Ribbons. I know Ribbons. Ribbons
I know of her.
She used to live next door to me growing up. And then Josh Abear, I know him pretty well. So definitely need to come visit you guys.
Absolutely.
But how can people get in contact with you, whether it's social media, phone calls, get in touch with y'all ministry? If y'all could, how would people be able to stay in contact with y'all?
Well, we are at the Sound Church, and we're located on 315 North Augusta Boulevard, and here in Lake Charles, Louisiana. Social media is our biggest push. It's the Sound Church is our social media page, so like our page to stay connected. And also our website is thesoundchurch.com.
That's awesome.
Great. And kind of premature, but they will be at the next Stretch event, Stretch 20, January 4th. More details to be coming here pretty soon. Hey guys, thank y'all so much for watching, staying tuned, staying plugged in to Unity TV. We hope you guys have a great day. Do me a favor though, copy and paste this link and send it to your best friend. If you thought this was beneficial, send it to somebody. If you think anything that was said today can help someone, send it to someone, leave your feedback, leave comments as well. And again, thank you guys so much for watching in. Hope y'all have a great rest of y'all day, okay?
Bye.